Good evening, everyone. And thank you for coming. Today's webinar is going to be in English. I hope you noticed that when you signed up. And that's because our guest today is from Sweden. And my name is Kerli Simonson, and I am the founder of Fookuspunkt, which is actually focus point in English. And I am in the role of interviewer today. About Fookuspunkt, its mission is to raise awareness about addictions and mainly to support codependent people, because that's what I was, and I know this area very well. But today we are about to hear Krister's personal story and his journey from codependent to addictions and to being sober again. And that's not the lecture today, but that's Krister's story. And of course, you can ask questions. And I'm sure Krister is more than happy to answer them. So, Krister, thank you for taking your time today to share your inspirational story with us, your journey. Say hello to us and introduce yourself with a few words.
Great. Yes. So, okay, now I'm online with this, also with the sound. First of all, thank you for inviting me to this this webinar
You're
and
more than
this.
welcome.
And thank you. Yes, I think this is a good way to lift things up because this is a very sensitive topic. People don't want to talk about it. It's a family secret. We don't talk about what's happening and so on. Myself, I can start there if you want. I'm raised in a dysfunctional, so to say, family. It was very much alcohol and violence, fighting between my mother and my father. So I have memories from then I was 4 years old, I think, when there was something, and I was on the wrong place at that time. So I was rather hard beaten up, so to say, physically. So, I mean, I was 4 years old, and what happens to that child in here? What signals did I get? Nothing. Anyway, I grow up and I got into my teenaging ages, and then I tried to. So shall I try to use this alcohol? I was almost 17 years, but I have at the same time, I had this aversion about it because I have seen the consequences of alcohol. So I didn't want to be like my father, but I had no choice. I had to leave that family, and I grew up under such that circumstances. So it was
So
not.
you were
Yeah.
codependent.
Yes.
You suffered.
I started exactly. I tried to save my mother when she was beaten up. I was 4 years. I was smashing them. Go away, let my mother go. So I started to be codependent there, very heavy, so to say. That was the start of it, my inner, so to say, journey, bad journey there.
So today, right now, you are working where and you do what?
Yeah, yes. Today have my own, Gerli. I have my own company about addiction and treatment, how to treat it, shall we work with it. So I'm also working at a treatment center here in Sweden at the moment. as a consultant. I'm there and helping them with this, and it covers all, so to say, the theme about from codependency. We have family weeks. They come, they learn about this disease, which it is. It's a family disease. They learn all in the family gets affected of it in one and another way. We also have this special treatment. Yeah.
You do it in many countries or in Sweden?
No, I have been in Norway for 3 years in Bergen at the clinic there. It was so nice, and they said just like me when I did my why haven't anyone told me about this before? How to recover, so to say, from it. It was a fantastic thing to work there, and they were so grateful and say thank you. Don't thank me, thank yourself. You have done the job. I'm a lazy one. I don't do the job for you, but I will be with you 100%.
So you give lectures too, not only
Yeah,
in the recovery center, but to other people's also.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Individual if they want. And
Mhm.
now at the moment, as I said, Gary said, I'm in Sweden, but I come back to Viljandi in Estonia in middle of August, I think. So then I will continue there with my work.
Okay. About this codependent period, do you remember your fears or thoughts or feelings at that time? What did you think when you were 4 years old, you said, when you
Yes.
saw your mother being beaten?
Mm. I have the radar on all the time. What's happening now? Oi, oi, oi. Is it trouble? Is it fighting now again? I was never, so to say, relaxed. I always was on my toes, listening. What will it be right now? And that was very hard to be in that situation. I couldn't speak. I could like this. I couldn't speak. I was so like that.
So you were very little, but you wanted to save your mother.
Yes. Also, when I saw my father was holding my mother and my brother, he's 13 years older than me, was beating her up. You know what's happening to a little guy like me there, 4 years old. See, my mother was beaten up with the people I should trust, my father and my brother, so to say. It
Yeah,
was chaos.
it wasn't safe environment.
No, no, no. I was always on the run, so to say. I want to get away from it.
How do you see how this experience has infected your life
Absolutely.
afterwards? When you're adult, how do you see it has affected you?
Uh, Before I did my treatment, sorry, before I did my treatment, I didn't know it, but today I can see my defects, if I can say it like that. Controlling the radar on. Don't trust anyone. Oh, no, 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 no. Take it easy. And so I was very scared, even if when I was up in the around 18 years, 20 years, I was scared I didn't want to go home. So I decided to move. So I got an apartment and I was by myself there.
How old were you then?
I was about just around 20 years.
Hmm.
My mother and father they was divorced. My mother said, "Now I have enough. I wait until Christer is grown up." then I divorced. So she moved to another town, and my father, he was, of course, he was very depressed of it, and then he started drinking even more. And me as a codependent, I tried to save him.
You tried to
But
help your father too.
yes, I tried to help my father to stop that now. No, I couldn't, because that was it became a circle, so to say, the codependency circle. I couldn't, but I couldn't. I have to do it. I tried to do it, but no. And today I can see that was not my job. It was his job, as we see it. Yeah.
Well, you were very young. You were 20, you said, or 17.
Yes. And yeah, and then I had moved to my own apartment, but I have to go to check up father. How is it? Is he dead? Is he lying in, as he always did, lying inside the door? Oi, 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 and
Did you
so on.
had did you had anybody to talk about this?
No, no, I didn't want to tell anyone,
Yeah, you
because
kept
it's so
quiet.
shame. I
Yes.
was so ashamed of what's happening. So I was quiet, but of then I have this. Yeah, I had some friends there, and they say, "Let's go and have a beer." No, I don't want to be my father. Baba's like that. I did, and I say, "Oh, now I have the solution. Oh, my inner. Oh, I got in peace. I got ha 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 like that.
When
I
you tried
found it.
alcohol.
Alcohol. Yeah, I found it. Yes." I was so happy. So it sounds crazy, but there
First
was my
time,
huh?
first
At the
time you
first,
found it, you found
yes,
it
yeah,
very good.
yes. It's the first time. Like, yes, now I can live. And of course, I wanted to come back to that feeling again. The problem is I never come back to this feeling. No one from the first time, because now I have learned my brain, the reward system, that get me some more dopamine to get it to feel good. So I did it, but the curve was like that, going down year after year. At the time I was a little younger, I can say I had a drum kit. I was sitting there hours and just so I became a very good drummer. That's, so yes, I really did. That's the good with it. But there started the other, so to say, problem, because in that, so to say, musician area, there is not so sober people, if I say so. Oh, yeah. So
After concerts. Yeah.
yes, afterwards, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, we started. Boop, boop. And then they come with some suggestions. Maybe you should try this. Try some amphetamine. Try some cocaine.
So at the time
No,
you were a musician, you started to
yeah,
try other things too.
yes. And it got worse and worse. So, but I had this exterior up. Ha ha ha! It's no problem for me. I feel fine. And
Did you also think that you can quit whenever you want?
I think, yes, just one more time. I quit tomorrow, not today. Tomorrow I quit. That's a classical. But then I was feeling so bad, so I had to get something to feel better again. Because of course I got all this shame and guilt and shame feelings into myself. how do you behave, Christer? Is that normal? Is that okay? So I was looking at myself as a, no way, but give me some more, so I raise up again. I started to work. I'm also a nurse. So I was working as a nurse at the hospital, but I was never drunk at work. I was not the one who was sitting in the parks and so on. I was sitting at home mostly, or I went out to the pub and shaved myself out for people. And my journey, so to say, journeyed back to life again. That was when they had enough of me at the ward, at the hospital, because they say, Christer, I think we need to have a talk now. Okay, I tried to, be good. I don't think you are so good, because in Sweden we have one responsible person for this alcohol and drug policy on hospitals, on companies. There are always one who is responsible for that. I don't know if it's so in Estonia, but it was there anyway. So they said, now you have to go and talk with him. Yes, I tried to, I tried to, get some time. Oh, it took 20 minutes. He has disarmed my defenses. He was from Denmark. I used to laugh at him when it takes it. It took 20 minutes. I have been in and out also in the psychiatric, because I was so, of course, yeah, I was not so mentally fresh, and I'm so depressed. Yeah, why? Because I was an addict. But they gave me, pills. Did I get sober? No, I didn't. But the day after I have spoke with this contact person, I was on the treatment center, the rehab center. And I said, wow, 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 wow. Okay, it was scary. But then my journey started back to life again. And then I said, why haven't anyone told me about this? Because there I could work with my codependency, my addiction, and so on, my chemical addiction also. Fantastic. So I was there for first 5 weeks. I said, yes. And there I decided to go on with this and work with rehab for these people, because I got help of it. I want to share it with people. You can do it like this. So that's the way it was.
But yes, you had many different addictions. You said that what kind of addictions
Yes.
also have?
Oh.
How long was this
Sorry.
time when you
You
were?
know, as long as you have the addiction personality alive in yourself, you can be addicted to everything. We called it STARB, short-term energy relieving behavior. As soon as you feel something, oh, I have to shut this. It is food, sex, relationships, shopping, gambling, and codependency. That's perfect to forget about yourself. That's why I was a nurse. I was fantastic to take care of other people, and that feels good. But my baggage, no, not until I had this yeah. I mean, how normal is it to eat 3 pizzas a day? To, to take your last 10 euro for gambling that you should have to food? No. How normal is that? How normal is it to have 3, 4 relationships going on? Yes. The kick. It's also about this dopamine kick you have. Criminality, it's a very like that. Oh yes, I haven't been criminal, but you get the same. I work with criminal people also, and they get the same kick out of it. And all of this is stored in our kidnapped brain, because we talk about the brain gets kidnapped of this way. I can show you, not now, but we can take it on the next webinar. I can show you some pictures how it looks like this. It's
So about this turning point, how remember what it actually was that this doctor said that moved you or changed your thinking?
he was very tough because, you know, he was a sober alcoholic, this doctor. So he was a member of AA. He could see directly who I was because he could recognize himself in me. So it took 20 minutes. He was banning. I don't want to use the word, but he was boom, just what I needed to
Yeah.
hear. And then I was at last, I can give up. and surrender. I have to surrender. It's all about it is. Ah, there you are. Yes. So he told me that you're an addict. No one had even come near in the psychiatrist to get me there so I can give up and surrender. Oh no. But he could, because he knew what was going on with me. So I said, thank God for that man.
Okay. And I think after this long journey of addictions, maybe your thoughts about addiction have changed. How do you see addictions? What is addiction? How do you say what it is? Where it comes from?
Yes.
Why do we have it?
Yeah, everyone can be an addict. Everyone can be, because this is not about any intellectual logic. The disease is about the emotional logic. It's follow the emotional logic, because I used to ask my clients, how many times have you tried to think yourself sober? 500, 600 times, and so on. You can't do it. So you have to work with the emotions that are underlying here. From when you grow up, from whatever, and see traumas. We work very much with traumas. They see in studies in USA, 7 out of 10 addicts have a rather big trauma. They are try to regulate with drugs and alcohol. Big traumas, what has happened in their life and so. And yeah, it's a long way, but it's also classified by WHO, WHO, as a disease. So it's a disease that you can see when we meet will be it live, I have it on my PowerPoint also, so you can see all the facts, what it's about.
Yes,
So that,
we
yeah,
go,
that's my way.
yeah, we're going to talk about this webinar too afterwards.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
What is your most disturbing experience with this addiction?
Hmm.
What behavior or event made you feel ashamed, or what was?
I was very, so to say, I was not so sensitive against people. I never fight, but I have a terrible mouth, so I can cut them, the legs of them. I was terrible. So, and I was a bitter man, harmful, really harmful. So this is also one of the biggest thing you have to work with. This harmful and shame and guilt and fears. I was very, very scared of things because I didn't believe in myself so much. I have lost my self picture and my self esteem, self image inside myself. So I was on like, how do you want me to be today so you can accept me? I was very sort of self-centered. I was very self-centered, and of course I have had good women in my life, but there was no. I didn't. No, they were they were talking about my drinking, and so on, and then I didn't like it when I look back. So I was very, so to say, self-centered. I didn't want to take any responsibility. I don't have any kids because, oh, nay, shall I have kids? Oi, oi, oi. I was so self-focused on myself. But that is what it is right now, and I have dealt with all these things during my rehab, and also during my training, addiction psychology. So I know I have to heal myself because I can't take anyone longer than I have gone myself. I have to deal with all these things I have in my bad things, which I have done. It's
Should
good.
have been sober like 24 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
24 years, no relapse, no relapses.
Not that
But
long.
no. But I mean, I used to say it's only this way for me if I don't have my so to say emotions in balance, my feelings, because I I know people who has been sober for 10 years. Now I can take one. Oops, they are back on square one again. And then we have to do an relapse inventation and see what.
Some people think that when they have been sober for some time, then it's okay to take one beer. Is it okay to take one? Or you
I
can
don't
never
think so.
try anything anymore.
I don't have any need for it right now. Okay, it's you have alcohol-free beer, of course, but I don't need this, so to say, to get drunk on it. No, it's gone. And it's so terrible because it's such a long way to go back again after 10 years sober, and you go out, poof. How do you act? Oh, poor me. And then I asked them, what did you not do? Because when they are leaving, my and the others' treatment, we also make a relapse prevention to see what can make you go back again. And it's different between people, but it's good because then, oh, I shouldn't do that. I have to have my feelings in balance and so on.
We also have one question here from Airi. When there's someone in your family who needs help, but they aren't listening or looking for help, what can you do? It's what would you say to your father, for example, today, with today's knowledge?
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you for the question. That's good because there's many people who have these questions. How should I get this person into treatment, into rehab? Because they say no, I won't. We have a special technique. It's called. I'm coming to it. When you go in and stop it. We have a special technique. If you, for example, if we talk about my father, if we have could done it there, we couldn't because this was not in time. I gather.
This technique you're talking about, is it for the addict person or for the
For both.
is worried about him?
Yes, it's perfect because it's for both. We make an we stop it. We used to do like this. We take the family. First, they contacted me. How can I get help with this? Let's say my wife, my man, or whatever, my father. Okay, I gather the family and we sit down, and then they get 2-3 weeks before we have this big thing. Write down everything you want to say to this person. Not like that. Tell him, tell her how you are hurt. I'm so hurt about your way of living now. And then go home, and then we make a new appointment, new meeting with this man. I can tell you, we did one thing. He was very, oh, no way, oh no way. But we did like this. One of the daughters, she phoned him and said, "Oh, the radiator is flushing water here. Come quick!" And then we sat in a circle. One chair was free, and was for him. He was always sit on my right side, always. And he came in, and he said, "Ah, I knew it. Well, come, sit down. Come here." And then they have written all these feelings, the sadness, to see him destroy his and their lives. And they also added that if you don't take help now, you're not going to see us for a while. And that's pretty tough. But then the co-addict, the families, for example, they must stand in it. Don't say, okay, come on, I give you one more chance. How many chances has he got? So he followed me. I said, go up 15 minutes and go up and pack your things and come with me. So we went to this treatment center. And afterwards, we have this connection after he was doing 6 months. We also gather this the family because they have done their recovery as co-addicts. Fantastic good. They understood why he was acting like an idiot. The disease, he was not a monster, but the disease made him to a monster. And it was so nice to see when they hugged each other like this. And they carried on they went to these self-help groups, Al-Anon. I don't know. Have you heard about Al-Anon? It's for the families. She was there, and he once was in AA. And this working. They are working now. But it's tough, as the question was, how do we do it? It's tough love. Tough love. But don't forget the word love. Because I used to say consequences is the mother of change and motivation. If you don't have any consequences, get to see them. Oh, you can go on.
So
It's about the, yeah.
if you're not ready to trick her or him to the treatment, then you should let him or her feel the consequences, like
Yes, because otherwise
help
you
time.
you are being an enabler. You are enabling. Okay, it's for go. Oh, can you have like this? They say, oh, can you have your 50 euro? I need food, but you have it 2 days ago. Yeah, and it wasn't to any food. It was to the drinking or drugging. Stop it. Lock the door. It's hard, but so it is. And they say people, oh, maybe they die. Yes, but they will die if they continue like this. It's the world's longest self-suicide. It's terrible. And I can say to myself, I'm so lucky that I got sober. I was like, if you have time for it, I so to say died once of an overdose. I was breathing every 15 seconds.
What overdose was it?
There was a mix.
On me?
Yes, of this morphine, opiates, because then you and who was sitting and counting my breath? It was my ex. She was also a nurse. Can you think how she felt when I was lying there with 15 every 15 seconds? Is this the last breath he takes, or does it come one more? It's terrible. But I make amends to her. And I said, yeah, that was my work. She said, yeah, but I want to say, I'm sorry. I didn't know what I did. And that was only luck. I could have been dead, because there's more people are dying in this addiction disease than survive. I mean, every one of you now, Airi, Maria, Carmel, Ret, Mark, know people who have died about this, alcohol, drugs, and so on. So it's a very important topic, this. And I think it's very great of you, Gerli, to lift things up like this.
The person who asked the question also shares a bit here.
Yeah.
She wrote that I have tried something similar, told her how hurt I am and sad. I will not talk to her until she goes to therapy, but we are not so close either, so she can manage without me. Also, I have not stood my place, and for now we are communicating again, but she is suicidal, so it scares me and my younger sister.
Of course. But if you want to talk more about it, take contact with me so we can have a dialogue about it.
So
I
you
can
can
see,
do video call also. So
yes, we can have a video call on Zoom.
yeah. Our assistant Elle also shared your contacts here, I think,
Oh, good.
website,
Yes.
Facebook.
Yeah,
So afterwards, I will send the contacts also in the letter. So
good. Oh, good. Yes, Heidi, you are so welcome with your questions and your thoughts, because this is so big things. Is there time I can tell you about one similar situation? I met a woman, very nice. We was in Norway with my motorbike and so on. What I didn't know was that she was an alcoholic. I couldn't see it. I should have seen it, but I didn't want to see it, I think. So we came back from Norway. She had so oh, I must go home to myself now. We have shared like that. Ah, we should eat and have something. No, no, I have to go home. After an hour, I got a text message, SMS. Sorry, I have failed. From what? What failed? Then, aha. And then I didn't see her on for a month. But what did I do? Because she texted, oh, I have no money, I have no food, I have no cigarettes. What did Christer as a codependent did? I bought a pizza, but I didn't want to meet her. So I ding dong on the door and put the pizza outside. Phew. Did I help her? Did she get sober of that? No, no, no. She just continued. I was an enabler. You know what an enabler is? I make it possible to continue this addiction thing. So I have been twice really codependent and also an addict myself. And I have used several of this addiction, as we talked about, gambling, food, relationships. I wanted them to accept me so I can accept myself. But I have to find myself first before I go into a relationship. So it has been, of course, it has been a bumpy ride, but I'm glad I have had the possibility to do it. And now I can look back what's happening. I'm in Estonia, when I have my good friends there since 10 years back. So they asked me, they know what I'm working with. They said, oh, can't you come here and start up something? Ah, yeah, like that. Hmm. And now I work in Estonia, in Latvia and Lithuania. I cooperate with this treatment center in Lithuania. I have also this EU. I'm co-funded of European Union because this is so terrible big cost. It's about billions it costs the society and the companies. We can take a look at that next time. I can just show you some numbers of it. So I'm very happy and I will be here for you. Maria, Airi, Carmel, Retmark. Just send me some questions. We can have a meeting. No problem.
so you have friends in Estonia. Is it the reason why you have chosen Estonia for your second home?
Yes,
You are here.
really. Yeah, and I like it. I like the people here because they are boom, boom, like that, with both feet on the ground. Yeah, I have. It started. Oh, it's more than 10 years I started to have contact with some people in other ways then, and it grows, and I have many friends here in Estonia, and that's good, in Viljandi then.
What do you
So
think Estonians alcohol or addiction problems is it more here than
yes, yes,
somewhere else?
because now I have I'm making a study of addiction and mental health, mental disease, mental illness, if we say so, for Estonia. It's not finished yet, but I'm working on it. For the European Union want to have it, and then we can see the connections between addiction and mental illness and so on. And then you can think, what comes first? Is it mental illness and then addiction, or is it addiction that leads to mental illness? Then we can find out.
Today you are helping so many individuals with addiction problem. What is your main sorry, what was the word? Motivation. Where
Oh,
does
hmm.
motivation come? It's so hard work, and they are not always so motivated to cooperate. And
Oh,
where do you take this?
sure. But yeah, first, a good question, Gary. Why do I do this? Because I want to help. I'm not codependent, not at all. But I want to help people like I was helped, because I know there is a solution for it. If you want, if you want to have a change in your life, no matter if it's codependency or something else, addiction, there are no hopeless people. I know it after 17 years in this business. There is no, there are no. But of course, people want to try and try. Yeah, yeah, but how many times should you try yourself?
But the problem is not one and only way. Every story is different. So you need to meet the people.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Because I have, if I say I have a very trained mind, because they can't fool me. They can't fool me because I've been there myself. Ah, no, no, no. Take that once again, and now I want to know the truth. Oh, because yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
I don't,
Marie
yeah,
asks, do you think there are enough addict treatment centers in Estonia?
no, no, not this way we are working. Uh, uh, Now I think the most,
Work different.
yeah, because like it was in Sweden and Norway, there was the public, so to say, the public health care was doing it, and they don't want to do anything wrong, but they only believe in chemicals, in pills. But we used to say there is no chemical solution for a spiritual problem here inside.
Yeah.
Okay, Ari, yes. So my dream and my hope, of course, and I'm a very stubborn old recovering alcoholic. I won't give up when I have, when we, not I, when we have at least one treatment center working in this way as we do, because we know it. We know it. It works. That's what that is my, so to say, my future thoughts.
You can still have ask some questions if you like, because we have
Yeah.
10 minutes left. But before the end, before we start to say goodbye, we also have a news for you that if you want to hear more about addictions and where they come from and what they actually are, and know how to deal with them, we can go much deeper on the webinar on 24th of July when Krister comes to Focuspunkt again, and then he does this webinar. What will you share there? Can you
Well,
think?
I have I used to have I have 3 blocks. The first block is more common, how it looks like, treat what addiction is, where did it come from. On the second one, I used to do like when a plane crash, they have a black box on board the airplanes, so they can go in and see why did they crash, why did this airplane crash, and we also have a black box, so we are opening it and see what made you crash, so to say. It's interesting
I would,
because
sorry,
I
sorry,
know
I asked a question that I was thinking about. I wanted to ask you too, that have you heard about Village of Hope in Estonia? Do you work similar to them, or what do you do differently?
let's see. We in my so to say my training as an addictologist, it's 4 years, and so I have 2 more years. It's based on here and in the feelings, and we have to look what it is. And also, it's a professionalized 12-step. It's so smart.
They
It's so
also
smart.
have a 12-step system in the Village of Estonia, I've heard, but it's like they have to stay there in the place and they don't have mobile phones and
Okay. But I can say what I work with. This is also a professionalized 12-step plus this addiction psychology. So we go. I can show you a little next time if you want, little bit an overview how we work.
maybe it's a bit similar to the Village of Hope in
Oh, I have never heard it. Thank you. Village of Hope. I will check it out. Here. Village of Hope. Fantastic. I can also say that just a fasting. It's 3 things we need to have. And the last thing, the most important, is this spirituality. You know what I mean? You don't have to be religious, but you have to give it away to some outside yourself and
like
believe. Huh?
universe maybe.
Yeah, whatever. As long as you are not believe that it's you, because you have obviously you didn't make it as to be any higher power or fix it yourself. You have to ask for help. Put
So
these things aside.
this webinar on 24th of July, is it for codependent people and also for the addicted ones? So you can ask your addicted relative to come there or
Yes,
offer him that he could.
absolutely. Absolutely. You're so welcome. And everyone, as you have an addiction, welcome.
Mhm.
If you think, am I addicted? Yeah, come to the webinar. So let's see if you are an addicted or not. I
So,
also used, yeah.
do we have any more questions? Our hour is starting to get over. So we don't have any more questions right now. But thank you, Krista. I really appreciate you sharing your story here today. I know you are very busy in your everyday life, so thank you very much. It was so inspiring.
Thank you, Gary, for inviting me, and thank you all who has been participating in this. I hope to see you on the 24th, where we can do something more, go a little deeper, and look at things.
Yeah. So see you soon in the webinar, maybe.
Yes, of course. And take care and stay safe, I used to say to all of you. Keep up the good work, what you are doing. Focus on yourself. Don't let anyone kidnap your brain or your life. Be
Yeah.
brave.
Okay, see you. Bye.